Hey lovelies, I am so late, I can't believe it. I normally do these at 2 o'clock. I'm a little bit bedraggled as well. I've been up to London, had an amazing day with an Empire group, brought my little boy back. It's now like 6 o'clock, so it's very late, but I wanted to get this second day of transformation done. So yesterday I was talking all about having clarity, because in order to make a transformation you need to know where you want to go, where you want to be. So day 2, and this is such a big thing, you have to make the decision. And I'm going to give you 3 examples of people who've made a decision, and quite often it is a sort of almost a breaking point that forces you to make a decision. So I'll give you these 3 examples. A couple of them are stories that I've heard from people, another one is a friend who has told me this story. So the first one, Tony Robbins was talking about a friend of his who was trying to give up smoking, and Tony said to him, if you ever want any help giving up smoking, I'm your man, I can help you with this. And the guy was like, yeah, I'll do it. Next time Tony Robbins sees him, he's not smoking. And he says, what happens? Well, my daughter, this is what the guy said, my daughter came into the office and said, Daddy, we've been learning about smoking at school. I don't want you to die. Please stop smoking. That was it. You know, that kind of, it's quite a big deal when your kid says she doesn't want you to die. So for him, that made the decision. It was like, there was no woolliness about it. It was a decision. Okay, another one, my friend, she said she had her photo taken for her driving license or something, and she looked at the photo and went, do you know what, I look fat in that, and I'm not having that. Sometimes you can accept a situation because it sort of creeps up on you, and then faced with something like a photo, could be a bank balance, and you go, I'm not having this anymore. It could be that you get to a certain point, a certain amount of debt, and you go, I'm not having this anymore. It could be you can't see a single flat surface in your house, and you're like, that is it. We are de-junking. And the third story was one I heard on a Jim Rohn story, and he was saying he met this woman, she's incredibly successful, and he said, how did this success come about? What made you start your business? And she said that she went to her husband and asked him for, she wasn't working, she went to her husband and asked him for $10, and he said, what's it for? And she was like, I'm not having that ever again. I never ever want to be in a position where I have to justify spending $10. So she went and made it her business to make a lot of money, so she never had to ask for money again. So these are really like big monumental moments that cause the decision, but it's not the moment, it is the decision. And the word decision, I think the Latin root means to cut, and it is that idea of making it non-negotiable. If you want a transformation, it's got to be non-negotiable. It can't be, I'm only going to eat donuts on a Tuesday. It's got to be, I don't eat donuts. That's it, drawn a line in the sand. It can't be, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some other examples. Okay, for decluttering, for me, so it could be, I'm never going to have anything on the worktops ever again. You can't just sort of say, well, I'll keep on top of it. That's not making a decision. If you want to have a transformation, you've got to, hi Nicola, you've got to draw a line in the sand and say, this is a never thing. So for that guy, it was, I'm never going to smoke again. It was just a line. Just make that decision. If you want a really big transformation, it can't be woolly. It's got to be a draw a line in the sand thing. So don't make it impossible. Like we were talking yesterday about not having these epic goals that are so unachievable, but make a decision. Nicholas says, I don't drink Prosecco. That's never going to work. That really is never going to work. Don't make it so massive that it's unachievable, but make it something small that you can honestly commit to and say, but it could be just one cupboard in your house, and you say, nothing is going to go on the top of that cupboard. It's going to be a clear surface. That is my clear surface, and I am sticking with it. It could be, I no longer eat biscuits. If that's too much of a struggle, you could say, I no longer eat that particular biscuit, and then build up. But make a decision that's so iron fast that you cannot break it, and I promise you that will be the beginning of your transformation. So I hope this has been helpful. I will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be back at the normal time. I'm off. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. It's 6 o'clock here. I'm off to get my glass of Prosecco, so I think I've earned it. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye.